my goal is to hit Diamond. I
Okay.
peaked Emerald 3 last season,
All right.
and then I finished, I think, Plat 2. I like went on a little downward spiral.
Right. Okay.
But
And
can you see this?
yep. And so is Udyr your main
Oh,
champ?
look at that. Right now, yeah, that's who I've been having the most fun on. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. I like that. I also just play
but I
whatever.
play with other champions too. Like
Okay.
I can play Rengar, I can play Graves. Here, I think, yeah, I don't help bot here because I don't think it's necessary because I don't really have any gap closing because I don't have my E
All
yet.
right. Wait, did this game start from 3 minutes, or can we go all the way, or like?
I just started the recording a little late. All I did was just clear my first
Oh.
three camps.
Okay. Well, I would like to see like. So you passed bot
So
lane
like,
here, right? Well, I would just
yeah,
like to
yeah, yeah,
see
yeah.
like enemy team comp and stuff because I think it's very important
Okay.
if they have a Nunu. So we'll see. Okay. Um,
Yeah, I got way too aggressive here. Live.
yeah.
I probably should back here, right? Instead of trying to fight for this scuttle.
I mean, since you
I
made
feel
the
like the
Nunu
Nunu's really good.
recall, yeah,
Yeah.
I would go for the scuttle. Yeah, like he's recalling, and since he recalled, I would honestly double scuttle him.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
think
if
that's
you.
what I do here.
It's a little risky because Nunu's pretty fast, but I think Udyr can do it.
Yeah.
But can you so whenever you see yourself hit tab, I would just like to pause. Just like
Uh-huh.
there's something I like, or like when you in the game when you like show the scoreboard. You know what I mean? Like, just keep playing for now.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's start from the first. So when you load into this game, right? Let's just imagine like
Yeah.
you're loading into a fresh game with these teams.
Hmm.
Um. So like here you decided to path bot lane.
Yeah.
And do you have like a reasoning for like did you have a reason for why you passed bot lane?
Yeah, I've been whenever I'm on blue side, I've been really liking full clearing bot and then coming back or ganking bot and then resetting. And if I get a kill bot lane, then I get a hunting guys, and then I go to wolves and gromp, and I'm level 5 for void grub spawn.
Yeah, that's
So that's the reason why I like going top down right now,
yeah,
because then I know I can just clear void grubs really quick.
right.
And I don't usually. I've been trying to work on my clear to get it like quicker and stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing I did notice a lot of the times is like a lot of top laners don't really like leashing for some reason. So like I end up
Yeah.
having to like do a slower clear because then I have to
Well,
start W second
yeah. Well, I do think that
because
okay, here's I think that clearing without a leash is something that you should get used to
yeah, okay, that's what I
because
figured.
for example, like when I play, I usually don't ask anyone to leash me
Yeah, and
because
I can full clear before 3:30 and still have smite for scuttle with no leash.
so you should be like realistically, a leash will just make you a little bit faster,
Yeah, like maybe
but
like 5 or 6 seconds.
not getting a leash and being able to do a clear without leash getting a leash means that sometimes your
Yeah.
laner will have a free like advantage if the enemy team has to leash.
Uh,
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
if you never get a leash and you're fine because you're good enough to clear, then you
Yeah.
can sometimes just create random advantages for free.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so I would get used to not getting a leash, like, and I think Udyr
Sometimes
is
what I
fine.
will do, yeah. Sometimes what I will do though is
Yeah,
like I'll like tell my laners, like I'll ping them. I don't know, you probably don't have to do this in your elo, but like I like it sometimes when like the laners kind of fake leash, where like they sit on their tower and let the wave push in a little bit, so
sure.
it kind of looks like they leashed. So like the
Um,
tracking's off for whoever you're
yeah, I think that strategy used to be okay. I don't think it's really worth doing anymore. Unless you're like,
really.
yeah, because I mean, like for example, like who would you want to fake leash, like the bot lane or the top lane in this situation?
Well, like sometimes when I'm against like a jungler who's probably going to invade like a Graves or like a Rengar, like where Rengar does his 3 camps here and then comes straight to
Right.
my blue side because he thinks I started down here. Like
Yeah.
I could get him to waste so much time if he comes over here
Because he thinks you started there.
because he thinks I started here and then I'm pathing up. And
Right.
Udyr has kind of like
So in that
he's not
case,
a very healthy
sorry,
person.
are you telling me that you would want your bot lane to fake leash?
Yeah, I would want my bot lane to fake leash here just in case he does 3 camps and comes over.
Right. Sure. I mean, that's fine. I don't think it's gonna be consistently,
Yeah,
it's not gonna be a consistent thing you can
I don't
pull
think it
off.
matters too much.
And yeah, no, I don't think it'll matter that much. Like, if I were you,
Yeah,
if I would just ward like the raptor entrance on the enemy team side,
yeah.
or like the river where the raptor entrance is.
So I usually put a ward right here. Yeah, I put a ward like
Yeah.
right here where my mouse is usually, and
Yeah.
that's when I'll like, okay, if I see that they try to invade me when I'm on my wolves right there, I'll just jump straight to their blue buff.
Yeah. That's good. I usually, when I'm playing a champion where I just want to full clear, I usually put down a ward at 1 minute somewhere where I think the enemy team might go. The enemy jungler like might try
Yeah,
to
I think
punish me.
like a minute 15 is the best ward right here. I think from
Yeah.
mid laners. So.
Yeah, if your mid laner can ward the enemy raptors, like that's very good. But okay,
Yeah.
I think your strategy is fine, and I think that like for example, I think pathing bot lane is almost always better unless you're playing in like really high elo, because
Okay.
most of the time your top laners will not pick champions that matter or like where ganking is like worth it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like for example in this lane, if I was playing in challenger, I might consider ganking top lane because it could be a volatile lane, but like in a game like this, right, where you're playing emerald or platinum, it's kind of
Yeah. You
random
don't
what's
really
gonna
have to
happen.
put in.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I think,
And people give up leads all the time.
yeah. And if you think about it, in lower elos, like people are more likely to die to ganks. So if bot lane dies to a gank, that's 2 kills, a lot of times. So yeah, I think pathing bot here is fine, and I think your plan for grubs is good. So alright, we can keep playing now.
Yeah.
Um, but
Yeah. I think
here,
I'm just looking for level 5 here. I probably should have looked top.
I think you should have recalls. I would not.
Oh yeah.
The reason I would not gank top lane here is because you would have to wait for that wave to crash, because that's like two
Uh,
and a half waves of minions. Let me see. Let's look.
and Nunu just popped the ward on
So
me.
now, okay, now is actually a fine. This is good to gank now because the minion wave has
Yeah.
crashed. But like if you would have ganked earlier, it would have been bad because all those minions would hit you, and she might have been able to turn
Yeah, I
it.
think I
But
just immediately reset.
yeah, so yeah, now we have to reset.
I think I check it first.
Yeah, I think that void grubs are very good, but I don't know if they're worth like, you know,
Oh,
delaying
I
your
know what
recall.
happens here. So yeah, this is the thing I hate about plat the most probably when I'm jungling
Yeah,
is when I ping that I know where the jungler is on his raptors. I know his raptors are just respawned and he's doing Nunu
yeah,
now, most likely. I think this is what happens. And yep, there's Nunu right there, right after
yeah.
doing raptors, and then they die.
All right. Well, okay. Can you pause it?
I mean, I'm trying to help this.
Can I tell you? Can you tell you what you could do? Right. Obviously, that's frustrating and it'll happen. But
Yeah.
I think that the pings that you used were not very active, if that makes
Okay.
sense. You used passive
Should I use
pings.
like the danger ping?
Yeah, what I would do is I would spam the danger ping on top of his face, on Vex's face, right? So he sees it on his
Uh,
screen. What you did is you
yeah.
pinged like two question mark pings on his red buff, and then you pinged a cautious ping on his raptors, which like
Yeah.
if I'm focusing on my lane, I might not even notice that because those pings
Okay.
they make like a ching ching, you know what I mean? Like they make like that type of sound, but like dangerous, it's just like danger, you know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
that's a small thing, but I think if you use those pings and you remember to ping on top of your teammates
Hmm.
to really get their attention, like that could have maybe saved them. Um,
Okay. Yeah.
but if that doesn't work, you know what I mean? It's like unlucky.
It's just whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so but what do you think you should do now? So since your mid laner died there,
um.
just looking at the
Okay.
map.
So looking at the map right now, I think that I should either do well because Janet's walking back to the lane, Pike's roaming. We don't know where Fiora's at. Urgot just base, so I think Void Grubs are automatically off the table right now. I'm looking at either to do like my bottom side camps and then Drake, and just see where Nunu goes. Honestly, because if I see him go if I see him go top, I'm immediately going to Drake and pinging Misfortune to help.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I think void grubs are very hard to get. By the time you get there, if you ran straight there, like maybe Pike isn't there anymore, but you'd only get
Yeah,
like one maybe, or not, or maybe you would not even get there. So yeah,
if that. And I have a little bit of vision on it. Like I know Nunu can't get into the pit because I have the scuttle there.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's
I
always
don't
good
think
to have
she'll
a
come
worst
back.
there. But I think that's the right call is like when you know that you can't get one objective, then see if you can trade
Switch
the other
to
one.
it.
Yeah. So as soon
Yeah.
as you see them start it, you would start the dragon. That's correct. But in the meantime, I would just go to your Krugs, right?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I think I do
Yeah.
here.
Perfect. All right, let's keep playing.
Okay,
So
so
we actually
Nunu
see,
goes bottom
yeah.
side.
So
What I do?
since you see Nunu go top side, what do you think you should do now?
Or no, I think he went
Or
bot side.
or
I think
bot
he
side,
went
I
to
mean.
the
Sorry, bot
yeah.
side. He went to his wolves, right?
Yeah, I think here I'm thinking Nunu's gonna probably gank bot, and I just kind of shadow for
Yeah.
like a counter gank
All right.
because I Vlad's missing,
Yeah, we can
and
pause right here. Let me tell you,
okay,
okay? So we just saw Pike mid.
yeah,
He probably didn't word this tri brush, but that's like I think where you should have put your ward is on top of the dragon, like over the
okay, yeah, just to
wall.
get vision of it, yeah,
Yeah, and if you look at this lane, okay, if you are Nunu, what are you thinking to yourself when you see this lane? Like this
no
lane
way,
state
yeah,
right here.
there's no way I could gank that if
Yeah,
I'm Nunu.
so what you can do, what would be really good right now, is you ping your bot lane to be safe, danger ping or whatever,
Uh,
because all they should do is wait for this wave to crash into their tower, and then last hit it.
yeah,
And what you can do is after you've done your Krugs, you walk past the wall by the dragon, and you
uh,
pink ward over it, and then
yeah,
you keep clearing.
okay,
And that way, you're clearing as fast as possible, but you also
uh,
have information about Nunu. So if he starts a
yeah,
dragon, you can maybe consider if you're in a position to contest it, or you can run straight to the Void Grubs, and then maybe
okay.
run to his Raptors or something, you know?
I
Does
think
that
what I
make
do
sense?
here is, yeah, I think I reset, grab boots, and go straight there because my top
Yeah.
camps are coming up, and I know that Nunu's probably gonna do his blue buff because
Okay.
I think before, I think he only had like 23 CS, so like I knew that he hasn't done a lot of camps.
Yeah. So do you think it's correct to reset here? Or, or
Uh,
like do you agree with what I told you?
yeah, no, yeah, I think definitely should have put the pink ward on
Yeah.
Drake Pit. Um, but I've been really playing heavily towards Void Grubs lately. I think that's why I
Yeah.
keep doing that.
But
Yeah.
imagine if you pink warded the dragon, then
Uh,
you could get the Void Grubs for free if you see them on dragon,
okay. Yeah. Yeah.
right?
You're right.
This
Yeah.
this word on this tri brush won't even be useful until your bot lane pushes back out the lane. And at that point, they
Okay.
probably already have their own words. I
Yeah.
always try to use like unless it's a very specific situation where I'm like cheesing a bush or something, I'll use my early words on the objectives. Like I think
Okay.
you used your
So.
first word, you used your first like yellow word on the void grubs, and that was good. But here I would word the dragon, and then I would just keep clearing.
Okay.
I don't think it's worth to
Yeah.
recall here because you recalled ran to your Krugs, and then you're gonna recall straight away just for a tier one
Uh.
boots. I think
Yeah.
that's a little bit of a waste of time. I'd be trying to get my camps on cooldown, especially on a champion like Udyr. Getting all
Yeah.
your camps on cooldown and then doing it over and over again. That's how you get really fed really fast.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. It
All
makes
right,
sense for
let's
sure.
keep going.
Yeah. I think I just ganked there because they engage.
Yeah,
There's Nunu.
yeah, and we know that Nunu could be here.
Yeah.
Um, So I mean, this ends up being like, in your mind, you might think this is whatever, but this ends up being a huge waste of time for you.
Yeah, you're right. And then he dies top.
Yeah. And your Balian dies. And if I'm Nunu there, I'm like, oh, well, this Udyr is just so low, I'm just gonna do Dragon. Because Nunu,
Yeah,
even though Nunu was a little bit low, he could just Q the
he
Dragon.
gets his so much health back.
Yeah. And so
And
now,
I
yeah,
think I
what's up?
just clear my top camps and avoid grubs.
Okay, yeah. But now you're doing your wolves first, and I'm telling. Okay, can you pause again? Sorry.
Yeah.
So, do you know why I would not do the wolves first here?
Um, yours recalling?
No,
It's
it's not nothing about the lanes. In this situation, right? When you're walking back on the map, you should be as a champion like Udyr, right? You want to do your camps a lot, right? You want to get really
yeah,
farmed.
yeah.
So every time you do something like this, where you start your raptors or your wolves, you better have a good reason because now, if you wanted to clear your raptors, you would have to walk that way and then walk all the way back to your blue and your gromp.
Oh,
Or if you wanted
yeah,
to do your, like, you know what I mean? You want to do your gromp next, then you do
yeah,
your blue and
yeah.
then whatever, but then you have to go all the way back to your raptors, and that means your raptors have been sitting there for like 2 minutes without being cleared. And I don't know if
Okay.
you know how camps work, but every time you kill it, it'll respawn again at the level of the average
Okay.
level of the lobby and give you more
Yeah.
XP.
Okay. Yeah.
So in this situation, since you cleared your Krugs before recalling, I would then go to my Raptors and then clear up to the boards the Void Grubs to make
Okay. Yeah.
sure,
Just to get
yeah,
down
to,
to the same level.
and I call it like the line. You want to keep your camps spawning in a straight line, not a zigzag.
Okay.
So if you would
Okay.
have done your Raptors here, then you would have been able to do the same stuff afterwards and be on the Grubs.
Oh,
Does that make
yeah.
sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's what I do normally. It is okay though, if you know that Nunu is about to finish Dragon, or like he's like in the middle of doing Dragon, then it's okay to skip camps and do the Grubs because you don't want
Okay.
him to be able to do the Dragon and then come kill you at the Grubs.
Yeah.
Alright, does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
So if you start thinking about that more as you play, you'll end up having like literally much more CS. Like
Yeah, and I
I
think
promise
this
you.
is where I just go straight to. No, I think I clear.
Yeah. So now you just gotta like, and if you would count it, like your Raptors will be, they'll be alive for a while now,
Yeah.
just because you did that.
Okay.
And you kind of have to like waste time to go get them.
I think here I try to get the Udyr to push his wave out. Yeah.
Yeah,
So he can
that's
die.
good. That's a good. I use those pings as well. I can.
And then here I think
Okay.
it's just a gank
Yeah,
because
as soon as you
Udyr.
see Fiora use her parry, I would just be ghosting on her. Yep. I don't know if you noticed that she parried, but as soon as she uses that, it should be a kill. That's your Urgot's fault for dying. Like that was bad by
Yeah,
him.
I don't know why he tried to ring it. Well, okay. Little prediction here for you, or a little look into the future. He has 15 deaths this game.
Oh yeah, that's okay. I mean, he's just a bad player.
Yeah, shit happens. I think here I go for the scuttle. Yeah,
Oh nice, you actually
I
smited it.
I didn't even see that. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. Here, I think
I
it's
just
fine to do this because you don't really want to be the
yeah.
first person to start it.
I don't want Nunu to just come ripping around the corner on
Yeah,
me.
you don't want like if you started this, it's you're always risking Nunu coming and then Fiora also coming from base. But
And well, once I see that, yeah, okay, I see Fiora coming, and I immediately
yeah,
run.
you know what's really
And then I think I should try to
yeah
steal one and then just walk away.
yeah that's what I was gonna say. Stealing one is really good. Like if you think you can't do the whole camp, I just like to rush one and then leave. Oh
There's no
no.
way. I think
Yeah,
I
that this is
just
smart
stay.
though. I would just recall now.
I think that's what I do.
Or like I mean
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here.
I don't
I
no,
don't
I
know what's
mean
going on here.
I think that
I think I just wasted a bunch of time.
you're wasting your time, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like Nunu's also wasting his time, but you should understand that wasting your time is more valuable than wasting Nunu's time because you scale and he doesn't. So if you're not farming and he's not farming, he's happy. But like that ended up being fine. But like me personally, I would have just farmed my bot side camps.
Mm. I think that's what I
Like,
do because I think I've gotten it down to where I just basically rush the entries first every single time.
yeah,
And I see Fiora pushing in
yeah.
from looking top. I don't know if that's the play or not.
I can we pause?
But yeah,
I want you to pause real quick, okay? So let's just think about like let's think about what you did and then what you could have done, okay? So what you did is you stole one grub, which I agree with. I think that's really good. But then you kind of like hovered around,
yeah,
wasted like 30 seconds or like 40 seconds trying to fight him without
uh-huh,
your smite up on the other
yeah,
grubs, which ended up being fine. Like I think it was very scary to do because Fiora and Vladimir had prio,
uh-huh,
so they could have collapsed on you and killed you. But
yeah,
the Nunu's he didn't seem like he was very good. So you managed to get away, but during this whole time, your Raptors, your red buff, and your Krugs have been just sitting there.
that's what I'm thinking. I should have done like bot and a
Yeah.
Drake because Nunu was wasting his time top.
And if you go back, you don't have to go back, but your Wolves and your Gromp, they had like, like 40 seconds on their spawn
Yeah.
timers. So, if I were you, as soon as I get the one Void Grub, I would have recalled
Uh-oh.
and then ran to my Krugs, done my Raptors,
Clear
and
it up.
I think, and then at that point you can choose if you want to fight the dragon or keep clearing up, right?
Okay, yeah,
And I think that that will always, like in the long term, right? If you do that across many different games, that'll always be better than maybe fighting for the other two Void Grubs.
yeah,
Because you could potentially lose the game by dying at the Void Grubs. But if you just give two Void Grubs, which is not a big deal, and you do a full clear, like how much money would you probably have your Landries already?
yeah. It's 1700 once you
Yeah,
get hunting guys.
yeah, you would have more than enough. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah.
All right, let's keep going. I'm just trying to show you like my thought process of
Yeah, 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 yeah. That makes sense.
I will almost always try to do the the play that gives me free gold, you know?
Yeah, and now I'm just wasting time.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like your Urgot should
That's
always be
pretty
able to
nice.
farm that wave under his tower. So you guys fighting here is only risking losing that entire wave. So at least you can get it, but
I think
you
I
know,
get a kill here, and but she dies to me.
right. But your Urgot lost two waves. I want you to know that.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
because you guys kept fighting.
Should I skip like death towers?
Sure. So this is important. Okay, pause right here. This is what I want you to like. This is a concept I want you to start thinking about. Is and you can do this while you're dead. But you should be planning every time you recall or you die. You should be planning what your next move is, like what the next play is for you.
Yeah.
So coming out of base here, what do you think is a good play? Like where do you think you should walk?
Well, I know that Nunu's also been out for a while, and I know his top side's up, and I just saw him fighting Vex on top side. So right here, I'm thinking three camps into a Drake or a bot gank at least,
Right?
and just
Okay.
keeping my CS up and just keeping my gold income up.
Yeah.
Because I know that Vex is recalling, so I can't do anything top side. I don't have any camps top side. And then yeah, I think it was like Urgot. Yeah, you can see it in the chat there. He says, "Just let me play." I
Yeah.
think he just didn't want any more
No, I mean
points.
you guys kind of baited each other into fighting there, which was really bad.
Yeah.
You just have to. What I think you should also recognize, and it's happened twice now, is when the enemy laners are like full health and they're crashing like two waves into your tower, it is sometimes not worth ganking. It's better to just let your
Okay.
team catch the wave.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like your first Fiora gank was really good because there was a time where I wouldn't have ganked, but then once the wave crashed and she used like her abilities,
Her
whatever, that's when
ability.
I would go in.
Yeah.
But if they seem like they're kind of strong or like you know what I mean, like they have a ton of minions, I wouldn't even look at it. I would just keep farming.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
But here, okay, so here I can already see that you're pathing to your raptors. You can keep playing. You can keep playing. So, which I already don't know if I like this. You already cleared your wolves, so I guess it's not the worst to just clear down. But I would say that you should start thinking about like every time you come back into the map from your base, go to your Krugs or your Gromp.
Okay.
Just that's the best way to keep the line going, you know. But here
Yeah,
I
this
would
road weird.
yeah, I would drop a pink ward on Dragon here again.
Okay.
Because like like we want to fight this dragon, so I want to know like is Nunu cheesing it? Is like what's happening right now?
Okay.
Okay, so now they know you're here. Now at this point I would use the pink ward
And I
on.
see Nunu. Yeah, and then I
Okay,
see Nunu top, so I immediately just ping the team that
yeah.
was New Drake.
I'll tell you at this point when I'm walking to dragon here, like since you didn't use the pink on the dragon, I would have used it on that dot bush
Okay.
just to cover Pike.
Yeah, and I think the team rotates here, so
Yeah,
we got something going on.
yeah. So this is good.
Then I think I look for his camps. Try
Yeah,
to save some
yeah. I was gonna say this is another point. Like, and then also after every objective and team fight, that's also when you should be thinking like, what's my next move? Because you want to be able to do like every play. You want to try to be at least somewhat ready for the next play. If that makes sense. So invading is fine here. I would keep going. Yeah, I would do
Yeah,
the
I can
Gromp
do
too.
that.
Oh, but then you see him. That's fine.
But I think I hover.
Yeah,
Oh, I run him down here.
yeah. Now I would like this is perfect. Like I would get the fuck out of bot lane because I see that all my top camps are spawned now. So I'd be looking to the top side of the map. Nice. And here, okay, I guess it's okay to do these. I would personally, I would have went for his Raptors and looked if they were up, just
Okay.
because I don't really go for waves that much anymore because before 14 minutes they don't give you as much XP.
Yeah.
What I would have actually done here, okay, can you go back?
He just went bot. He went
Sorry.
bot side, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Okay, so right after you kill that, push pause. So imagine if he would have ran to his Raptors, right? Maybe they're up, maybe they're not. But imagine if they were up, and then you go to the grubs, finish them off. 'Cause there should be 3 grubs.
Yeah, because they're
Um,
on respawn. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, like the thing is, like Nunu never cleared them. You killed one, and what did they have an individual respawn timer? I don't know if you knew that,
Yeah, I
but
saw
yeah.
some video about
But
that.
they would
Yeah.
have, you would have another 3 there. So
And they go away in 45 seconds.
yeah, so I think you would have had a timer there to
Yeah.
kill the raptors and then run straight to the void grubs and then think about this, okay? Because you cleared from your raptors to your krugs, after you do the void grubs, I'd be like, okay, now I can just go to my gromp, my blue and my wolves, and then my raptors will spawn and then my krugs will spawn. And now you've fixed your clear and you have another like, you know what I mean? You get a
Yeah. Okay.
get a full clear.
Okay. Yeah.
There's no objectives to fight, so you're just chilling
Uh,
and you have a ton of gold after that. Does that make
okay.
sense?
Yeah, yeah, that makes so much sense. Yeah.
Yep, let's keep going. I just want you to be aware of like the opportunities that are there when you do
Uh,
stuff like that.
yeah. Okay.
Because that is the difference at the end. Like if you want to be diamond, right? Or even higher, is that like for example, if you're playing against me, I'll always try to get the most valuable play, and on average I'll just have more gold than you,
Yeah.
more
Because I
XP.
mean, well, if I take his Raptors, I get the gold for the Raptors, and he doesn't get
Yeah.
gold for his Raptors.
But now, see, you'll see, I'll tell you
Because he
like
did void grubs.
and because of the way you did it now, you'd have to run all the way from your Gromp to your Raptors if you want to do your Raptors. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Just kind of putting together a bunch of clears.
Yeah.
I think here I just try to hit. I hit Rift, throw it off spawn.
Yeah. We don't actually see anything right now. I don't know if we
Yeah,
just saw
there's nothing on the map.
like during this time when I'm thinking about doing an objective like that, I like to know.
Yeah, I see Nunu
Okay,
bot. And I
yeah, you
think
see
I
Nunu.
just.
Yeah, when you see Nunu, that's when you know you can do it. But like if you didn't see Nunu, I would wait to see Pike. Oh, nice. That was well played. I
I was
like
trying to
the
bait her.
fake out.
I found out the hard way late game in this one
Yeah.
that even my regular abilities can be parried for a stun. Like just like when I have like a W and it just I have one enhanced auto, like not
Yeah.
even the stun, just like the turtle form, it counts as an ability and I still get hit.
Yeah. I
I think
mean,
I'll get it. I think it gets stolen here. Yeah,
oh really?
this one gets stolen. Their whole team just comes for it,
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I was your Vex kind of should have been there, but
and they just like chase each other down.
yeah. I don't know what happened to your Vex because she had mid push, but that's okay.
Bot
But like
pushed
I was saying
back.
though, like when I'm starting an objective like that, if I don't see the enemy jungle, I want to at least know where the enemy support is
Yeah, it just gets
because
even worse here. I think both Urgot and Vex die here.
oh
I should run to my Krugs here instead of my Raptors, right? Does this guy do anything?
yeah, you keep doing this, and this is probably like instinctive because I know a lot of people do this because your Raptors and your Wolves might be a little bit closer to the base. It feels like it's a closer distance to travel, but like in the long term, you're fucking yourself over. If that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just like your timing wise.
Yeah, because now, like, imagine if you would have done your Krugs, you would have already been on your Raptors, and now you would be on your Wolves.
Wolves and then all my Grub.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
now if you want to go to your Wolves, you're not gonna go to your Wolves because it's so far away,
yeah. I think I
right?
try to invade here.
Yeah, and invading here is very bad because, do you know why?
Because we don't have mid prio and we don't know where Pike's at. We don't know where
Yeah,
Vlad's at. We don't know
and
where
and
mid is
and
at.
think to yourself, where was the Pike and the Nunu?
They were top, so
Yeah,
Nunu's probably gonna reset and come
s-
bot
yeah. So
immediately.
Nunu killed the Herald, so he has a Herald recall,
Yeah.
and the Dragon is spawning in 1 minute. So there's honestly
Probably just go
you
bot
can
here.
already know what he's gonna do. You don't even have to like guess. You know he's
Yeah.
just gonna recall and then go to the dragon, or
I
like
think my
go to his bot
mindset
side camps.
here is like
Yeah,
seeing if I can pick off Lucian or something because I know I'm pretty strong right now,
yeah,
and I know I could probably like one shot somebody if like I
yeah,
get on them. And so like I think here I'm looking just while nobody's here, and I know Misfortune's coming up into lane, so I know that there is
yeah.
somebody else there. I think I just try to pick off the Lucian here.
Right. I mean, yeah. If he face checks you,
I
that's
force a
pretty
flash.
okay. Yeah, but yeah, invading would not be like, and even walking through river here is dangerous because it's just like Pike. You know,
Pike, yeah.
he
Oh
killed your
no, yeah. Actually, I die here.
yeah.
I die here. I forgot. Yeah.
And this is a very good death though because
Aw,
if
dude.
if you go back, like just
Uh,
go back before like right so right here, okay. So imagine you were in that dot bush, right?
yeah.
Now you should look at all these type of deaths and you should ask yourself, what would you have, what are you gaining from walking through the river instead
Should
of
have fought
walking
back to
through
my
your own
red.
jungle, right?
Yeah, because their
Is
red's
there
like
any advantage?
there's nothing. Yeah.
No, in this game there's nothing, right? Because your team is all by their base, like or by their towers. There's no objective in the river. It's just this is just greedy, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so now we know. Like, and then next time you're not gonna walk through the river, are you?
No.
I hope not. After seeing
No,
this, like
I should have.
back,
I should have walked back to my red
yeah,
because my
yeah,
red's on
yeah.
inception.
I wouldn't even walk like by the dragon wall on the other side. I would walk all the way like around, just because of how
Yeah.
dark. Like your Janna does not have any vision,
Yeah, I think that was something that I pinged in
and
the
yeah,
after post game chat.
yeah. And if you want to be really 1v9, okay, like this is how you climb to diamond. You should know that your team is in a tough position because you're down 8 kills,
Mhm.
right? So what I would have done if I was you, instead of doing your Raptors, your Krugs, and then trying to cheese the Lucian, I would have done the Krugs, Raptors, Wolves, Gromp, and then what do you think I would have done? And
Just
at
like
that,
come back to red.
no, 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 no.
Or,
Because at that point, when you're finished clearing your Gromp, the top scuttle is spawning and the dragon is spawning. And you know the enemy team is going to be on that dragon. So what would I do? I would see if I can get the scuttle, and then I would see if I could get any of the top side camps on his
Yeah.
side.
Okay.
And then you have the correct idea of looking for a side lane pick, and that ended up being okay because he face checked you.
Mhm.
But when the enemy team is stronger than you should always try to look for a pick on the other side of the objective, the other side of the map.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Kind
Does
of
that
like
make
a. I
sense?
think I watched like a video on that one time, and he was
Yeah.
like explaining, like like as a jungler, you should mirror. So like if Nunu takes something bot, you should try to take
Yeah.
an objective top or even
Trading,
more.
yeah, trading on the opposite side is always better if you're behind.
Okay. Yeah.
And just think, if you would have done your Grump and then done the Scuttle and then done his Raptors and his Krugs, then you would be in a perfect ganking position for anyone that showed on the top wave.
Mhm.
All right, let's keep going. Sorry, that I know that was I'm probably giving you a lot of stuff, but I'm recording this and I'll upload it.
Okay.
Um, and I'll upload it on YouTube. I can make it public or private, up to you.
Okay. Cool.
But
Yeah. No. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
yeah, but you'll have the video to look over it again, just because I'm gonna throw a lot of information at you. So,
I think I just start molding here.
oh yeah, no, listen, bro, I do that too. Sometimes you,
uh,
and during the game, my philosophy is that I can't make mistakes during the game, but if I'm watching myself back, I'll admit to my mistakes. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because you know that death was all like on you. Like that was a really bad death.
Yeah. I think I just rushed Drake here.
Yeah, that's good.
Just kind of
I don't know, the enemy
yeah.
team like randomly died. This just happens. You know?
I think they tried to tower dive Janna
Yeah,
mid lane or something.
yeah. So I mean,
And then I think right here, I know that Nunu's on 10-second cooldown. I think I'd go to take his blue here because Janna put a ward on it,
yeah,
which is actually kind of
that's
good.
very good.
And then OFER shows. I think I just go back and do my red.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but like she covered it.
Yeah.
But all we can do now is just full clear. But I'm sorry for listen. I'm gonna keep talking about this, but like you can see that because you started your Raptors earlier instead of your Krugs aren't spawned. So like, if I were you, I would want to do my Krugs and then clear all the way up. But I guess you just go for a gank.
I think here I'm just making sure she doesn't do anything.
Yeah, this is very useless, by
Oh
the
yeah,
way.
I die here. I die here. Yeah, this was just dumb.
Also, you covered like 2 minions under your full health tower that your Vex would have just your Vex would have been there
Yeah,
either way.
I think
And
Vex. Yeah, Vex suicided after the fact.
yeah, and now you have 5 camps just sitting there waiting to be farmed, and you're not
Yeah,
farming them. This is the thing about jungle, it's brutal, but like, you know, once you realize these lessons of like how many times you could have just done your camps, you'll become such a better jungler once you start doing it.
I think here I just figure that Nunu's probably gonna take my bot side camps and I can't contest those, so I just go top side.
Yeah, that is a good assumption. Like that's smart. I would probably be thinking the same thing.
I think he does. I think he shows up on the map. No, he doesn't.
Um, that's okay.
Yeah. Uh, then we just have ADCs face checking bushes at 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Nothing special.
I mean,
Just kind of.
the game is definitely like hard. It's not in a favorable position. This is a good pick. You see the entire enemy team is bot side, so this guy should not be allowed to walk up.
We get him here.
Yeah, this is a very good play. And as long as you understand why he's not allowed to walk up, like his team is bot side, and he's Vladimir, you know,
Uh,
he shouldn't be allowed to walk up.
yeah.
So those are the type of picks that'll win you these type of games. So that was very good.
Yeah.
And you'll be surprised how many times you can do that. People are not smart.
I think here I'm just looking for a fight of some kind.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's smart to look for a fight since you guys have one extra champion for now. Yeah.
I think I didn't do Krugs because of I thought that he took him, but I'm
Oh
making
yeah.
this at
Yeah.
least.
That's fine. This is good. The enemy team like I like these type of plays because you're like those two kills is you punishing the enemy team for going in
Yeah.
instead of you looking to force something, right?
I know I'm uber fed here, so I'm just trying to contest
Yeah.
this VR because that's who I'm closest to.
Yeah. No, this is good. Like you're just punishing. You're punishing, right? You see,
Yeah.
like you're not forcing anything. The enemy team, and they will do this in high.
They're coming at me
Yeah,
for it.
they'll do this in like, dude, bro. They'll do this in diamond too. So as long as you're just looking for when the enemy team overextends and you punish instead of trying to force your own type of plays, you will get so many free kills. Like as jungle, I'm telling you, punishing is the best. It's much better than trying
Yeah.
to create a gank, if that makes
It's so
sense.
rewarding too, because
Yeah,
especially when you know that you know because you've been in that position,
yeah,
how you know that other jungler feels right now, and it's just you know it feels
yeah.
horrible.
No, like I'm telling you, most of my ganks is just the enemy team trolling, like, and I just punish. I don't try to look for anything like crazy crazy.
Here I'm just looking for Drake.
Yeah, we're just farming right now. Like game like this is hard because it's very scary to contest vision just because of
Yeah,
how
and you
behind
can't
you guys
really
are.
leave base with yeah.
Yeah, and your Janna can't really do anything without you.
I should have put that on Drake again, right?
Yeah, probably. But I mean, I actually in this at this point in the game though, like I mean, they'll just clear the pink ward, so it's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine to use your pink ward to try to enter the dragon. Um,
I don't even know what happens here.
yeah, I don't know. I'm like a little sus.
I think I try to pick off this pike for like doing something. I don't know
Yeah.
what I do.
Okay, your got's TPing in.
Should have looked for a fight. Because Fiora's dead too. I think
Here
I
I
should
would
look for.
here. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're walking in the
Pretty
risky way,
risky.
which is
Yeah.
like,
I think that's where I go behind here. I think I pop
yeah.
Ghost here.
At this point, I would just try to delay this until your teammates come from base. Like your MF is coming, and then your Vex is also coming. But you guys kind of like took a lot of
I think I
poke
just.
damage.
I don't think I get this.
Yeah. But I think the
What
way
is
you're
he
playing this
doing?
is fine. Like you're just, like now your Vex is here. Now it's a 4v5. Yeah, like this was played well.
Okay, yeah. I think I just do my camps here. So I know I'm
Yeah,
behind
you
every
guys.
season at least. And everyone's got to reset basically. Yeah, this dude, that was just suicide. I don't
Yeah,
know what he was doing.
yeah, that's really good. Now if this guy dies, I would. Is he gonna die?
Oh,
Uh,
yeah. Okay, so here's where I'm like, all right, cool. Then I go, and then this is where I learned the hard way that my W counts as
right.
right now.
Are you sure? So you W stunned yourself? Is that what you're saying? Or
Yeah, I didn't know that when you have turtle up, it stuns. I think we kill her here. Me and
I
this
don't.
Janna were kind of
There's no
rough.
way. I don't think that your turtle would stun you.
And neither did I, but apparently it did. I think she just gets this.
I don't think she stunned you, bro.
I'm telling you, just wait, just wait. I typed in chat after because I was so confused.
Are you sure that you
I'm
probably
almost sure.
you sure that she stunned you right there?
Yeah.
All right, you want to go
Oh
back?
wait. Oh, are you talking about? You talking about? Oh no. It's
Oh,
later in the game.
oh
I
later.
thought I
Oh,
thought it
I'm
was.
sorry.
I thought it was that fight.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Because I don't believe you, so we'll just have to see.
You know,
If your W actually stuns you, I'll be amazed.
I remember because I vividly remember having a or type. I should have just done blue buff grump here, right? Instead of looking for this
Yeah,
fight.
yeah. Because looking for a pick here is very bad because you don't see anyone on the enemy team. Like, okay, you get his flash, like, but I want you to know that like if someone on the enemy team was just sitting there waiting for you,
I'm
like
dead.
there could have been a Nunu snowball coming at you.
Yeah, just
It would have been it's
just
a very
waiting for
risky
him.
play.
I saw
But I
that
mean,
the dude who won the dude who won the down test challenge was just ripping new games.
yeah, that was crazy.
Didn't he get to it with like a 70% win rate or something?
Yeah, I'm actually
That's absurd.
friends. I'm friends with the rank one guy right now, but he's a
I don't think
Seraphine
I'll
player.
ever get. I don't think I'll ever get to that stage, but
I mean, you never know.
I'm gonna try to hit diamond. That's the dream goal.
Yeah,
It
I
was
mean,
emerald last season and we did it. So like I don't wanna set the
yeah,
ceiling too high.
yeah. I mean, just go for diamond first. Diamond used to be my
Like right
dream.
now I'm in a good spot because I'm gaining like 36 a game, losing like 20. So like
Oh yeah, that's huge.
it's not too bad right now.
But yeah, this game now at this point, this game is just team fighting. Like
Yeah, just
keep
waiting for
keeping your
something
waves
to.
pushed and team fighting. It's kind of up to the enemy team to make a move.
They do because they're looking for a Baron fight. I
Yeah.
think they throw here, but then I think Vladimir or something happens here. I know that. I think we get Baron here.
Yeah,
I think we
I
actually won.
I think you should do Baron
Oh
straight away.
yeah,
I think that you should walk to
instead of
Baron
going
and you
first,
should ping your team to go bot.
I kill her here. That's just kind of absurd that I just kill her with a enhanced R and that's about
That
it.
is funny. That's funny. But I probably would have ran straight to Baron.
Yeah,
I would rather Urgot just sit under tower and farm the wave than
yeah.
for you to not do Baron.
I think the death timer on him right now is should be around 12. I think he's at right now.
Yeah.
Let's see if we get a tab here soon.
So what
I
do you
think
mean?
well, I think my idea here is like once I see that we're kind of
Yeah.
low, I just
Yeah, yeah, I mean
because
you
whoever
wasted
gets
your
the
time
Baron
going
first.
bot, so now you can only get this tower.
Yeah,
Like Nuna's already alive.
I think I look for his blue buff.
I definitely think you could have done Baron. And in a situation like that, like, cause like Fiora's a strong split pusher, but like Urgot should be able to just sit under the tower. And like, and I would even trade that inhib tower for the Baron. Cause
Yeah,
it's not, she would not have been able to get the inhib, but might have been able to get the tower. But that would have been worth getting the Baron. Because like you guys kind of need Baron at this point, because you guys are so like stuck in your
yeah.
base.
That's so far behind.
And if you
I
got
need to
that
get
Baron, you would have Baron for the dragon fight.
what he's doing.
Yeah. So now,
And my control word's still there.
yeah, huge.
uh,
But now you need to, in like
I think
in this position, you just need to try to figure out how you can enter the fight.
that's what I've been noticing with Udyr a lot. I feel like sometimes it's kind of hard to get into some team fights depending on like what their team comp's looking like.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you don't have
Today,
any dashes.
definitely. Today, I'm like 2 and 3 on the day today, and I've both times have just been because there was a Darius on the other team that just ran our entire team down.
Yeah, it is. I mean, at this point, it's just hard because your team is so split, or so split.
Right here, I'm just looking for health back on
Yeah.
camp. I'll do that sometimes.
Your MF actually went top lane to help your Urgot, so that's why that team fight felt so unplayable.
Okay.
Like it was just 3v4.
No, the Janna didn't play it too bad. Besides like her poor vision, like she was playing around me a
Yeah.
lot.
But do you know what I think you should do right now? Your Janna's pinging it. I think you should go straight to Baron.
Yeah,
Do you
I
know
think I'm gonna get
why?
this because they all just reset.
Well, sure, but like they have two people dead for a while, and you guys only have one person dead. So you guys should try to just rush the Baron right now. So you're wasting like you probably wasted like 20 seconds here, like
Yeah,
farming the. Like I'm telling you, like what what separates a lot of people like Diamond and whatever, like even Challenger, right, from Diamond, is that these type of things will be done instantly.
oh, I lose this too. Yeah,
Yeah,
I hate smiting against Nano.
Yeah, but imagine if you would have ran straight to the Baron instead of farming the
The
Raptors, or
Raptors.
imagine,
Yeah, I would have
just
killed
imagine
it.
you would have killed it before you even got there.
Yeah.
That's the thing about
Uh,
jungle. What's beautiful about jungle is like it's the small timers, you know?
mhm.
You have to be very if you're very efficient, you can get away with a lot of things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Is there anything though like that you see in my gameplay so far that is like okay? First of all, yeah, little off topic here. I don't know
yeah,
what that misfortune was doing.
yeah, no. I mean, yeah, this
But no, is there anything apart like that you see in my gameplay that is just like a super red flag where you're like, oh my, like that's just not the right play style? Because sometimes I feel like I'm a little too farm heavy.
bro, I mean, you might think that, but like I'm watching this game and you were way too gank heavy.
Okay.
That's what I think. Like, and also just like I mean, it's just like I told you, bro. Like the way you're farming your camps is
It's
it's
just weird. I can
inefficient.
make it a little bit better.
Yeah, it's just inefficient.
Okay.
That's what I think the most, and this is what most people like. What I do like about you though is you're pretty decisive in your choice of things. Most people are not very decisive and they just end up walking back and forth. But I think you could be a lot more efficient. And if you like for example this game, I think if you did half the ganks and more farming, and you did efficient farming, you would be like you probably would have been able to. Well, I mean, I don't know if you've been able to carry or not, but like you would have been in a way better position.
I think here I'm just considering what I want to buy.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's a new season.
Yeah.
Um,
There's like I do really like though, like the build pass on Udyr on literally how you just buy 2 damage items and straight tank and you still do so much.
yeah, I like to build that way on lillia too. That's
And
my
then what I
champion.
really like about it is like what I've been liking on Udyr. Although I think I have a 0% win rate on 80 Udyr right now
Yeah,
with, with like 3 games played. Oh yeah, I think I just run all of them down here because I
yeah,
know that I'm full build and I'm just uber strong.
yeah. No, these are the best team fights for you is when it's like a little scattered and you
Yeah,
can just fight one on one
yeah.
over and over.
The damage is just absurd.
Yeah,
I think here 3 dead. I think I try to go push for a tier 3 tower.
yeah, pushing mid
Get
is
a
good
little
here.
bit going.
Yeah. Do you wanna like do you wanna finish this game out or do you wanna like try to look at the early game of another game?
Yeah, whatever you think. Yeah, because really the rest of this game is just like a
Yeah, I
constant
mean
fight.
this is just
Oh,
fighting
oh,
like
we got it right here. We got the clip. We got the clip. We got the W. Okay,
oh yeah.
Q. W. Oh wait, no, I was in Q form.
Go back. All right, can you like slow it down?
Okay, let's see if I can slow
Are
it
you
down.
sure that the Janna tornado doesn't stun you?
Oh wait, yeah, I didn't even think you might be right.
Let's see.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was the tornado.
Yeah.
Oh my god, because I was so confused on what stunned me.
Yeah, that would have made no sense.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
unfortunately, that's just a support gap then. It's not even your fault, bro.
And then, all right, so let's see what we got here. So
Yeah.
that was a loss. This
Yeah.
game was absolutely nuts. This one was like a 50-minute game. It was
Yeah.
absurd.
Yeah. I mean, we have like we got like 10 minutes, 50 minutes, so we can
Okay, yeah.
go. We just try to go over like an early game.
Yeah, let me get you one where I actually start the recording on the beginning.
Yeah, that would be chill. That one looks good.
Yeah, okay,
All
let's
right,
do this.
here.
Rough
So,
early game here. All right,
all
so we're
right.
against Rengar.
Yeah,
I've just been really playing heavily towards starting on whatever side grub spawn on, and I kind of like it
you just been
better
doing that
than this
strategy.
guy. Yeah,
Well,
where it's like I'll full clear down and then do 2 camps and then level 5
okay.
void grubs.
Can you try to pause them when it's like tabbed
When
again,
it's
so we can
yeah,
see
yeah, gotcha.
all
I
the
think here I just
champs?
I think oh wait I was tabbed.
You were tabbed at the start. Okay, so
I've been stomping Rengars. I don't know what it is playing Udyr, but I love the
yeah.
matchup.
Nah, I like it too. Like this, like, and if you have tabbies and like Frozen Heart,
Oh yeah, they're
I don't know if
nerfing
you,
that next patch. Yeah, that's what I go here. I rush tabbies and then frozen heart
yeah.
and build the answers.
The tabbies has always been like a hard counter to Rengar. It's so funny because
Yeah.
because all of his damage is in auto attacks and it just reduces auto attack damage. But okay, anyway, so this game, I do agree. I think you should just keep pathing bot. I think it's very good.
Mhm.
But I'll tell you, like, if you want to know like the theory of why, like this game, I would always gank or I would path bot lane, is because your team has
They're
Lucian
so
Karma.
yeah, that's so aggressive early
Yeah,
on.
they're very aggressive and they're double range, right? And they're gonna probably push the wave. They're gonna fight a lot. And
Hmm.
then the enemy team has Caitlyn Senna, right?
Yeah,
Those champions are also double range, so they want to start in lane two and just like try to shove the wave and poke your team under tower.
yeah.
So
It's
in
like
this
a tough
game,
battle
both of
between
them,
the.
yeah, they're gonna fight. So as a jungler, I want to be there because they're gonna fight.
Mhm.
And you also don't want them to leash because, for example, if you don't make your laners leash and they did, then your karma could just sit in the bush and cue them when they walk to lane,
Yeah, then they're already at a
right?
disadvantage, and yeah.
Yeah, but if they're walking with their lane as the wave spawns and they're not leashing, then they can put the wave between them and the bush, so they can't get hit by that. And that's like a very high elo thing, but
Mhm.
that's why you would never want to make your double range lane leash, because they're
Yeah,
very vulnerable, but they're also very strong if they can start in a lane. But
yeah.
yeah, all right, pathing bod's good here. All right, let's go.
I think I do the Raptor start.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll do that sometimes when I have like when I don't when I know that the lane top lane I think won't be it's a little
Yeah.
aggressive because it is a singed.
The only thing I watch out for when I do this is you want to make sure you're not playing against a jungler. Like, for example, if you're playing against Lilia, she
Uh-huh.
would be super happy that you did this because then she could just walk in there and one shot your raptors as they spawn.
Okay,
Um,
yeah.
that's like one of the risks
Uh-huh.
is against champions that one shot raptors. If they're smart and they see you do that, they'll try to go and one shot it as it spawns.
Like a Rammus or like an Amumu.
Sure, I mean, yeah, those champions
I
suck,
think they
but
one shot.
yeah, they
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 do.
do one shot it. I don't play
They
against those
one shot
champions
others.
often. No, they do. Yeah, like
I think my clear here was so bad.
but even yeah, I mean, I think it's fine. Being a low health is not a big deal at this point because you should be able to heal up your next couple of camps.
Yeah.
It's only risky if you do get invaded.
And then I ping where Rengar's at. I
Yeah.
should start using the danger ping.
Yeah, I usually just use the danger ping most of the time. Unless I'm pinging for my team to push or like I use the on my way ping, danger ping and push ping. And also and the
Okay.
vision ping, like the vision here.
Yeah.
Those are the only
Hmm.
four pings I use. Like I
I think
spam on my
I think
it was
Rengar comes bot here.
okay.
I think I remember this.
Yeah. I'm a big believer in just a lot of times you just full clear. Like you always want to your
Yeah.
first clear you usually just want to finish the full clear.
I really like watching Udyr or the one
Agurin, yeah.
yeah, I like watching him because he's always like a full clear guy.
Yeah, I
And his
watch him as
bot is
well.
always kind of mid.
He is the best champ. Like the things I teach you is probably something that he does because I watch him a lot too.
Okay.
I like I studied him. That's how I hit Challenger like this season. I hit it really easily because
Yeah,
I
you
just
said full
studied him.
clear.
This is
I
a
think
good
you could
gank.
just have a little skirmish.
Yeah. I mean, this is like if you look at the pattern of this, is the enemy of Vladimir is like super pushed up, so I would always gank it.
Well, you
Eh,
see, okay, see that's why I like to do the fake leash sometimes
yeah.
because he was looking for me in my topside jungle.
I mean, sure, but you can see that the record's level 4, right?
Yeah, so he
Which
full cleared
means
it.
that he already did all of his camps, so it's
Yeah,
not like you would have been there because
true.
you've already been full cleared.
I think here I'm just looking.
Yeah.
I really like some of the early skirmishes with Udyr too. I feel like he feels pretty strong in
Yeah.
some of the scuttle fights.
He is strong. Unfortunately, I don't know.
Yeah, for him
Rengar
it's
is very strong as well, so it's like
yeah.
it's a little hard.
I do like playing Rengar though, but like I feel like sometimes when I play Rengar, I the reason why I stopped playing him so much is like I feel like if you make a mistake on him,
Yeah,
you get put so far behind.
it's very easy to throw. All right, press pause. I have a question for you. What do you think if you play this game again? What do you think the best play here would be to do?
Uh,
So you just did Raptors. Imagine you just finished your Raptors. Your Krugs are spawned.
Krugs and recall, and then go for Drake because my team's pushed up.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
Prio.
right.
Yeah,
All right. Let's.
that'd be some.
So okay. So I would go to Krugs,
Uh,
and then I would. So after you do Krugs, right? Okay. So you're. It's good that you're looking at your lanes. Your bot lane is pushed up, but by the time you do your Krugs, recall and walk bot side, that could be that could change.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can't make a decision based off that right now.
hmm
But
I'm
what you
making that decision
yeah,
like based on what I see looking back at the video
yeah,
now.
yeah. But what you
I
can
think
do,
here my mindset. I think here my mindset was like, okay, I know Rengar took Scuttle, and we just fought. And River, and
yeah,
Singe is super pushed up. I should probably go help Singe if Rengar's gonna be there.
right. Okay. Now, what I would think is okay, Rengar just fought me. He did all of his camps,
Uh huh.
and he ended up on this side, on the top side of the map, which
Yeah,
means
which means
that where
his
did he
Krugs and
start?
Raptors are up. His Krugs and
He,
Raptors are up.
yeah, he started on the bot side, and his camps are spawned, which means that he's probably recalling and going to his bot side camps to do another clear.
Okay. Yeah.
So, since we have this tempo where I can do my Raptors and then my Krugs really early because they spawn a little bit faster since you skip the red buff,
hmm
now after my Krugs, I'd be like, okay, he's probably only at his Krugs now, maybe his Raptors. I'm gonna rush the Grubs. Even though you haven't recalled, I would cheese the Grubs
Okay.
because I know that he's gonna be bot side, and I know that I can get at least two Grubs, probably three. And
hmm
even though that scuttle is up, you can get around it by like smiting the first
By going
scrub and then
mid.
making it walk towards
Okay.
you, or you know what I mean.
Okay.
There's a lot of tricks to like avoid being seen by that plant, because
hmm
if you manage to aggro the camp and make it walk towards you, you could be off the vision and you're but the camp would be on the vision, but the only way they'd be able to see it is if they pan their camera because they can't see you on the map. If that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Does that make sense? What I'm
Definitely.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
thinking?
That makes
That's a
sense.
pretty smart plan, right? It's
Yeah.
like
Okay. Yeah.
that's
Cause
how I
cause
think a lot. I'm always thinking what the enemy jungler, what does he want to do, and then what can I do
mhm.
to take advantage of it?
And I've been noticing myself doing that a lot, like kind of like getting a
Yeah,
feel for the play style. Like I've been trying to do that a lot more. Like being like,
yeah,
all right, so here's their, like kind of getting their routine, like of what they do and where I see them on the map, and be like, okay, maybe I can catch him here, or I know
yeah.
they're probably gonna be here.
I mean, yeah, getting to a level where you can do this like with a snap of your finger, it just takes a lot of games. That's all it takes. Like
Yeah.
if you just start, just make sure you're observing like the patterns of what people do normally,
Mhm.
and then you can start applying that towards your decision making. I think
Okay.
that's just it just comes with games. But as long as you
Yeah.
have the
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
thought process or like the right like learning process, you'll
Mhm.
you'll be able to get to a level where you're much better than everyone else. All
Okay.
right,
Yeah.
yeah, let's keep going.
Oh yeah, this one was stupid. I just die here.
Yeah.
I was just shocked by the early game Renekton damage.
Oh yeah, that's another rule that I have is I'd never gank Renekton. That champion is disgusting.
Yeah.
Especially when they have ignite, they'll always one shot you.
Oh wait, no. We got about a
Oh
minute
yeah.
until we get to that one.
Well, especially dude, if he's level 6, that's when it's 0% chance of working.
I
Like
should have gone bot here instead of top.
yeah. I mean, this is another time where you fucked your clear by doing your Raptors and then you didn't like
Yeah.
here you didn't even do your Krugs. It would have been
Mhm.
fine to do your Raptors and your Krugs because that you started Raptors, and then you would just go back and do your Gromp and then your Wolves, and then you would have a line again if you think about it. But now it's like, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Like we can still play for the Grubs.
I think yeah. This is where we just go ahead and give
Yeah.
Renekton a kill.
I would be going to the grubs 100%. Does he contest you?
Yeah, I think he can test me, and then I try to go top to try to pick up a kill, because Sins engages the fight.
Oh, no, you just skip your grubs to help. Oh no. By the way,
Yeah,
when you
this is
looked
weird.
top there and when I saw their health bars, if I was you, I'd be like, okay, my Singe lost the fight. I'm just gonna finish the grubs.
Okay, yeah.
You don't always have to say like you don't
It's
always
like,
have to help your team because your Singe was out by the way too. So like
yeah,
none of
I
this would have
know.
mattered, and you would just have the
Yeah,
grubs. Um,
this is where we just die. And then, I mean, but here though, I know that. Okay, what am I doing? There we go. Yeah, here
it's
I'm
good.
looking. Wolves Gromp. I think I ping push.
Yeah.
Just to see if we could trade objectives now, because I know that
Hmm. Yeah.
Rengar's probably gonna be taking a while to do
Right.
those
Alright,
moves.
bro. The fact that you did wolves first, I mean, this is what I think is egregiously bad. What you do, you keep doing this. You should start thinking about this more. I've already
Uh,
said it like 10 times, but does it
yeah,
make sense why you should stop doing that?
yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
can you? I'm gonna write that down. Wait, what do you want it to go with that?
Just go.
Like why? Like the reasoning.
So you should always try to go to your side camps first, and you like your Gromp and your Krugs,
Mm-hmm.
so that you can clear all of your camps in a line. And
Okay.
it's the most efficient way to clear your camps.
Okay. So there, I
Sometimes,
should have done Gromp before Wolves.
yeah, you should always do your Grumps first. Because now, like, just think about it. Every single time you do it, you end up in a position like this. You did your Wolves, and then you did your Gromp, and now you're in a position where it's like, okay, I can only walk into the bot side river and maybe gank the bot lane. But if you did your Gromp and then your Wolves, then you could walk anywhere, and you could even and then if you want to do your Raptors, you could walk straight to your Raptors. But if you wanted to do your Raptors after doing Gromp, you would have to walk all the way across the map to your Raptors. Does that make sense? It's just a time.
Yeah.
It's just time.
Yeah.
It's a time efficiency, and time is your best resource as a jungler.
Okay. Just keep it a tempo. I think here I'm just trying to sneak it in while
Yeah,
they're worried about killing the
that's
lane.
another thing. Like tempo, tempo, tempo. If you know about tempo, and you always just you know subconsciously are thinking to yourself like, am I wasting time? Am I wasting time? Like, could I doing something better? Then you'll get much better at the game.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's all the time we really have.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. No. So like, before you go
yep.
though, like, what do you think are some of like the things, like the things that I can do right away to maybe start working on and stuff? Like, do you think, like, looking out? I know you only got to see like a game and a half.
Yeah.
Do you think I could hit diamond? Like, do you
Of
think it's
course.
doable this
Yes.
season?
Yeah. You can. You can. I think your
Okay,
mechanics are
because
good. Like your clicking is good.
okay,
Um,
I've been trying to work on. I need to learn how to play free cam better and like checking all my lanes and things like that.
yeah. I don't think you need any of that to get to diamond though.
Uh huh.
I think what's more important, like for
It's
me,
game sense.
like I do use my like I do look at lanes a lot, but I think
Mm-hmm.
that just looking at the bottom right corner of your screen and seeing the
Yeah,
map,
that's what I
um,
did. I
but
changed up. I made like my HUD smaller and my map bigger
yeah,
so like I could see it better.
but the things that I think you could do to like improve instantly
Mm-hmm.
is just do first and foremost the best. You should always think to yourself, the best play is full clearing.
Okay.
Only gank if it's a free gank, right? And I'll tell you, you want to
Yeah.
know what a free gank is? It's if the
Like
enemy
when
team
they're.
is pushed up, right?
Uh-huh.
But the wave is not too big where it would start hitting you and killing you. Okay?
Okay.
That's one condition. Second one is if the enemy team or if the enemy like laner is low health
Mm-hmm.
and your laner is like medium health or higher, that's a free gank.
Okay. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
that and then the third one is if the enemy laner is low health and pushed up, of course then you would gank as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If those conditions aren't met, I would think twice before ganking.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd
So just
probably
kind of like taking the guarantee, just full
yeah,
clearing and just keep the pace going.
because the number one mistake that people at your elo will do is they'll look for a gank that could work if the enemy team fucks up. But in my elo, I'm only gonna gank you if you fucked up. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like if you
I'm
know
not
that
gonna
the river's
rely
gonna
on
flood.
you maybe fucking up. I'm only gonna come if you fucked up.
Okay.
And if you
And
think
so it's
about
a
it that way,
guarantee.
yeah, I'm trying to go for guaranteed plays.
Uh-huh. Okay. Instead of just what ifs, like,
Yeah,
all right, yeah, if we scrap for like a couple minutes, someone
yeah,
might get a kill, someone might not.
yeah. If you're going for the maybe plays, then you're just gonna stay at your elo because it's gonna work half the time. It's gonna not work half the time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But then
Okay.
that's the most basic way of thinking about it. Obviously, like when you get the challenger, I'm gonna tower dive you a lot but that's like it's kind of the same thing. Like I tower dive people when they made a
Uh-huh.
mistake and then their
Okay.
wave is bad and they're like, they're low health under tower or something. But
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even think too much about that. Just
Okay.
think about it in the most basic way now, and then
Mm-hmm.
as you get good at it, that's when you can start adding stuff to it.
Okay.
So
Do you
just
think my itemizing was good and stuff? Like,
yeah, I mean, I can't really tell you because I don't really know
you don't.
myself
Yeah.
right now, but I think your items were fine.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I really, for me, I just like, sometimes I feel like I should be climbing when I'm not. And sometimes, like, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't want to, like, I don't think it's like an ego thing, but like sometimes, like, I'll be like sitting there playing the game and
Yeah.
I'm on like a good win streak and I'm like, how am I in this elo? Like, these kids are horrendous.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you are better than a lot of these people. But I think what I've noticed about you is like you make a few small mistakes that
Yeah.
could cost you those extra
Uh,
games where,
that's as you
you know,
keep going, and then as you climb
yeah.
more, someone's gonna take advantage of those mistakes a lot more often.
I mean, I'll just tell you, if you're playing in like high diamond, every
Uh,
time you walk through the river like that, you're gonna get killed.
okay.
Like in that one in the game where you're just walking without any
Yeah.
vision,
Yeah.
you're just gonna get killed like every single
Okay.
time. So it's
That's a
a
good
lot of times like
point.
the difference between like high diamond and low diamond is that high diamond people will respect you when they need to respect you, but if you don't respect them, they'll kill you. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. I get that. Yeah.
That's just kind of broad though, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I think if you
Okay.
look back at this video and you see the times I'm telling you just to go to your camp on the side and then full clear,
Hmm.
or just like full clear and then go towards like the enemy jungle if they're on the other side of the map, that type of
Yeah.
stuff, it'll just get you free XP and
Okay.
and free gold. And
Yeah.
if you think about it, did you know that one level is worth like 600 gold?
I did read that somewhere where it's
Yeah.
like you should always be looking at your XP bar and seeing if you can grab a camp before like a big objective fight.
Yeah. And also, oh, one more thing. We didn't really talk about this, but this is what I talk about a lot. And this one concept can help you climb a lot too. Is try to think about dragons like a minute and 30 seconds before dragon spawns. That's when
Hmm.
you want to even type in chat and make your team aware, ping them to like recall for dragon. That's what I would type.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would ping them all to like ping danger on them all, and I would recall myself, right? So a minute
Hmm.
30 seconds before dragon, sometimes like a minute 15 if you're getting close. Like if you need to get
Yeah.
like like a little bit more gold, and then you recall and spend all of your gold so that you're as strong as possible for the dragon fight.
Okay.
And if you successfully do that, and you successfully make your team do it too, then you're potentially adding like 2,000 gold worth of items before every single
Hmm.
dragon fight, sometimes even
Okay.
more,
Yeah.
which will, on average, help you win more dragon fights.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now,
Are
and
there any
that
like YouTubers that you would recommend like watching for like educational stuff?
um I'm not sure. I honestly don't know if anyone explains the game like I do. Like or like explains it as well.
I haven't really looked into your videos too much. I just kind of
Uh,
was thinking of
yeah.
coaching this. I should probably start looking at those a little
I
bit.
I would recommend you watch my videos. I'm
Okay, yeah.
especially the videos because Lilia is very similar to Udyr in some ways.
Hmm.
So I would watch like I have a lot of different type of videos, but the ones where I'm going over my own game and analyzing it, I would
Hmm.
watch those videos.
Okay.
But I also have videos of me like coaching other people.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in that too, but
Okay.
most of those people are not maybe like Emerald. They're a little bit lower. But I am going to be coaching a Masters player soon, so that might be more interesting for you. Um,
Okay. Yeah. I
but
don't want
yeah,
to ego myself too hard now,
no,
but
no,
that's
no.
don't be hyping me up like that.
Hey, I think you're good. Listen, I think everyone can hit diamond at least.
Yeah.
It's just about how you approach the game
Hmm.
and how you try to learn it instead of just trying to play it.
Yeah.
And I think that if you do watch my content, like, and I have a lot of streams too, which might be annoying to go through, where people ask me questions, but like, I do explain specific things that are like, I give you like an
Hmm.
objective thing to think about that could make you better instead of just saying like, oh, just CS better or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, I would say check out the games where I'm reviewing my own gameplay. Those
Okay.
are the best for learning like high like
Hmm.
concepts and stuff. But yeah, other than that,
I
I
I
don't.
do like watching those like I think it's like some YouTube accounts like KR replays or something like that. Whenever I see like
Yeah,
a champion I like to play, I'll watch them sometimes
yeah, I was
just to
gonna
like
tell you
see
that
see what
too.
happens.
I was gonna tell you that too. Like you said you wanted to like make your clear better. Like if I'm trying to learn a
Yeah,
clear, I just look up Korean Challenger, and then I put the champion.
those dudes are absolutely wild.
Yeah.
I don't
Uh,
understand how they do it.
yeah. But yeah, that was good. I
Okay,
hope you
yeah, no,
learned
yeah,
something, and
yeah, no, it's definitely great. I think it was
yeah.
definitely worth it. And you can post this. I don't
All
care.
right. Yeah.